Hi, everybody. It's me. I knew I was going to do that someday. I'm Buster.
I'm Rosie.
I'm Glenda. And it has been quite a day. I have a lot of reading to do tonight, so I'm not going to make this intro long. But we have something to show you. Buster is going to grab it here. We finally figured out our Christmas decoration. It's just a disc of cardstock paper that I have done a little artwork on. I've had these bows for quite some time. They were tree decorations at one time, and we just got too many other things now, so they work perfectly. And a little bit of string on top. Anyway, we're going to, when we get these made, this is just a trial one. We're going to laminate these, and then after they're laminated, we'll put the string through in the bow. And that will be our ornaments for the family this year. And I think that'll work just fine. It's time to read this. It's time to read some more of the search. And I am going to be making a playlist of the readings because we're getting to a point where either I take too much time or give you too much quick summary, and you're not getting the full benefit of the story. So here we go. But in this chapter, okay, she's left the cafe. She tries to go across the street because the angel choir that walks across the other side of the street seems to just disappear into the church, into the chapel. They've warned her not to try to cross the street. She's tried to cross it when she first got to town, and that didn't work out too well. She got dizzy. Well, this time she got dizzy again and had some kind of out-of-body experience. Well, now they've drug her back into the cafe. Well, not literally, but they took her back in the cafe, got her settled down, and now she was remembering how it was with her marriage with her first husband. Anyway, that was all brought up. Now, she has just been talking about this Bedouin lady from when she lived in Egypt with her husband, Mark. And comparing the whole situation with the simple living and everything. Okay, here we go. However, it wasn't the same. In many ways, it seemed the same, but that scared her. It was as if the people of Hidden were somehow surreal, just as Hidden was a mystery of place and time. Sheridan wondered if there was any way to separate Hidden and its residents in her mind. The town made the people as much as the people made the town. She thanked cook and service and stepped back out into the fresh air. She continued down the wooden walk, stopping by some businesses, none of which accepted money for their wares. Finally, she was near the end of the 5-block town. The last limestone building was a tailor's shop. The display window, well decorated with swatches of ivory silk, various laces, and jewels. Sheridan felt herself clashing in her red shirt and blue jeans standing in front of that store. There were no racks of clothes. Instead, it was full of ivory silk cloth, a few sewing machines. Sheridan entered the shop almost as if it were a church, considering the spiritual sense of the choir. The choir wore these ivory-colored silk robes and outfits. She opened the door tenuously. The opulence that surrounded her was breathtaking. The shop seemed a complete departure from the simplicity the townspeople guarded so closely. However, judging from the appearance of the angel choir, the richness of their dress fit easily into the surroundings. Not seeing anyone, Sheridan called out, "Hello?" A head popped up from behind a shelf. The man looked a little shocked. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Easterly. I didn't expect you be coming by my shop." The middle-aged man was short but stout. His arms were muscular from hours of lifting bolts of fabric, cutting, and sewing. He had very little fat on him, which surprised Sheridan. Most people she knew sat for most of their work tended to thicken in the middle. Obviously, that was an assumption she needed to reassess. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spook you. I simply couldn't help but come in here and look over your merchandise. I saw the angel choir strolling across the street. Did you design all those clothes? They're gorgeous." "Yes, each angel choir member's garment is designed especially for them." "I'm sorry," Sheridan held out her hand. "You all know my name. I would like to know yours too, please." "Taylor." Sheridan smiled and suppressed an urge to giggle. Fitting. I should have guessed that. She'd noticed the boxes on the shelves filled with gems from amethyst to diamond. Even the threads were silver and gold. "Are those real? I mean, diamonds, emeralds, onyx beads, and gold and silver thread?" "Oh, yes, they're very real." Sheridan looked at his hands. She could see the little scars from years of needle punctures. There was a row of thimbles lined carefully on the top of the counter, but she doubted if he used them often. She remembered her mother thought they got in her way. A smile crossed Sheridan's face. "Oh," the short, stout man said nervously. "Pardon me," Taylor said as he put his hands in his ample pockets. "Oh, don't hide them. I was thinking about how my mother hated thimbles. She would understand every facet of your work. All of it seemed to be lost on me." For the first time since she had entered the shop, she saw Taylor noticeably relax, his shoulders released from their locked position near his ears. His hands opened and his facial muscles smoothed out. "I'm an anthropologist, Taylor, and I like to collect remnants or artifacts from the places I visit. Is there a chance that you could make me a simple robe?" She saw the doubt in his expression. "I journeyed from Israel to Egypt on an expedition, and I brought back a sample of each style of dress worn by the tribes. I found they helped me in my lectures and have so much to say about the people's culture in each place. The last small town I stopped at here in Nebraska had a quilting group and their own unique quilting pattern. They even had it patented because they designed it as a group. I have one of those quilts to take back with me to the university." "I'm sorry, Sheridan," the middle-aged man said, "but these materials are exclusively for the choir. They are not to leave hidden. The very nature of these garments would cause the greedy ones to try to enter here. They cannot come to hidden. It is not allowed." "Taylor," Sheridan tried to reassure him, "I do understand. These are priceless and rare. The thread count of this silk alone must be worth a lot on the market outside Hidden. Pardon me. Sheridan continued, I respect your boundaries. The knowledge of those priceless gems anywhere else would invite greed. I will not even mention the riches of your shop or of this town. I understand how dangerous that could be. I am curious about one thing you said, though, Taylor. Sheridan continued. You specified the greedy ones as if they were a unique group. You also said they would try to enter Hidden but cannot. I didn't notice any gates, no trespassing signs, or any security at all when I came here. How do you keep the greedy ones out? You are of no threat. You belong here, Sheridan. We don't need security at the gates, so to speak. To protect us, we have something much more powerful. What is that? Taylor became visibly nervous again. I've revealed too much. You will know when it's time. I can't say any more. Sheridan had learned not to push people. If she did, she'd lose their trust, and with it their willingness to reveal the uniqueness of their society. The cryptic remark made her nervous. His guarded responses were ominous. The secrets of Hidden were disconcerting. Sheridan felt it was all very involved with her, but nobody wanted to explain. Thank you, Taylor. You have been very gracious and enlightening. Sheridan smiled at him. He seemed to relax again. I am curious about your name. I know this is a tailor's shop. Is that why you call yourself Taylor? Taylor with a Y is my given name. But here I spell it Tailor. I like it the way we all use names that reflect our passions. Well, that makes Catch an odd duck indeed, Sheridan chuckled. An odd shadow of displeasure came over Taylor's face. Catch is more than an odd duck, Sheridan. Don't be too taken with him. Catch is a trickster. He can mess with your mind in many ways and do things that none of us can begin to imagine until we see it. He can be, I'll just say, menacing. Well, I've certainly experienced his difficult side. To tell you the truth, I find Catch kind of fun. He's quite a character, Sheridan chuckled. I'll be going now. I've been down this side of the street and visited so many of your shopkeepers. I think I'll head back to the inn, Sheridan said. I'll try not to let Catch get to me. Oh, Sheridan, don't mistake that witty humor as charm. He can be charming, and all the while he will seduce you into a world of deceit. Oh, I will be cautious. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor waved from the door of his shop as she left. She could swear she saw a grin on his face. She felt satisfied he'd actually enjoyed her company, in spite of her initial sense of intrusion. Sheridan walked back up the street to the inn with determination in her step. I'm getting to the bottom of this nonsense, and I'm going to get in touch with Michael. And that ends chapter 3.
Good night, we love you.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the like and come back and
What else?
Share.
Oh yeah, share.
Love you. See you tomorrow.